out of the box things that you can consider when buying a home. So sometimes we do have to look outside of the norm of just looking for the house. You have to have other things that you consider when you want to buy a home. And so let's go with just a few. I'm Sharon Aikens, for anyone that does not know me, but I want to go over the few things that you can also look for when it's time to purchase a home. Number one would be the neighborhood. What neighborhood do you want to live in? That is very important. There are so many times when people, they don't know exactly which area, but it's important to know exactly what neighborhood that you want to be in. Why is that important? Because that's one of the most important things, to know what areas that you want your school system in, what areas close to certain amenities that you might need. It may be close to your family or other relatives. Some people might want to be away from family and other relatives. And so one of our first points will be your neighborhood. Consider the neighborhood that you're wanting to be in. Do you want a large area? Do you want to be in a subdivision? Do you want to be in a rural area? All of that is important as one of the main number one key points to knowing where you're going to purchase a home. So neighborhood is number one. Number two, you have to consider the noise level. Do you want to live by a train track? Do you want to live by a hospital? Train tracks, you're going to hear the train noises all time of the night. Hospital, you might hear a lot of ambulance and things like that for emergencies. It's just different things. So you want to make sure that you consider the noise level. Like I said, train stations, hospitals. Do you want to be in a neighborhood where there may be a lot of, an elementary school, which means there may be a lot of children. It just depends. Do you want to be in an older neighborhood? You have some people that are retired. Do you want to be more like in a retired area where it's quiet? And so noise level means a lot when it's time to purchase a home. And what about public information? Now, when you're doing a little research about public information, there's a lot that comes with that. One thing that people look for is who's living in the neighborhood. What type of neighborhood is it? Is there any crime in the area? Is it a crime area? Is it a high risk area? Is it an area where there's pedophiles? And so all of that information is accessible on different websites where you could go and find out what public information says about the area. How many residents? What is the median housing income? What is the median demographics, in that area. So it's just a lot of things that you will want to know about the public information for the area that you're going to live in. One of the worst things to do is to purchase a home and then you find out that you just live in a bad area. Just because it's groomed and everything looks nice does not necessarily mean that it is the perfect area. So you definitely want to go online, check the crime rates, check the check the median people that lives in that community. You want to know everything. You want to know what's the income level. It's just different things. All of this information is accessible online for each specific area. And so that's very important. Number 4 would be schools. You want to know about the school system. What schools are in the area? What is the grade of the school? How is the teachers? What is, go visit the schools. Go see what daycares they have. What kind of nurseries in the area? What kind of summer programs is available in the area? What do they have to ride the school bus? If you have a child that may want to or have to ride the school bus because of your work schedule, then you want to make sure that it is a good school and that the school is within a certain, parameters of the home and of the neighborhood that you have chose to live in. So schooling is very important. Make sure the proximity is a certain way. Make sure the parents at that school is engaged in what's happening at the schools. You definitely want to make sure that any kind of special educational things, you want to know that your child is attending a great school. Even for colleges, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that everything is in a great area. And then you have commercial space. Why would this be important for a home? Well, you want to know what's by you, what type of retail options, what type of stores, what type of amenities, what type of, you have gyms, you have different things like that. So you want to know how far is the proximity of each and everything where you're living at. In so many areas, they are building, new things. They're building all types of different commercial building and office spaces and things of that nature. And so you want to know what's going to be around, because all of that is going to determine the amount of traffic that you have in your area. It's going to determine the amount of people that's going to come for jobs and stuff in your area. So all of that matters. You want to know what type of commercial operations is happening in your neighborhood. Next, we have transportation. Some people might prefer to use a bus transportation. Some people might carpool, whatever the case may be. You want to know what is in your area. Everything is important. We have the city buses running. They still have city buses and things like that running. Is there Ubers? Is there taxi cabs? What is available in your area that you're living in? And some people look at that as a plus. Some people look at it as a minus. Whatever the case may be that benefits you, you still want to know what is happening, what's going on with the parking. Is it free or paid? Different things like that. How far you have to drive? Can you walk dogs? And I'm looking at some things, you want to be able to know these things, because all of that, it plays a part in where you live and what you do. Property taxes. Number 7, property taxes. You want to know how much are the property taxes, because everyone contributes to a certain amount when it comes to property taxes. You don't want any hidden costs. You don't want things to come up that you did not know. And so one of those are one of the main things that come up whenever you're purchasing a home. You find that out immediately, how much the taxes is that you're going to have to pay in escrow up front, and how much you're going to have to pay, annually. And sometimes different assessments can cause property taxes to go up. For as like homestead exemption, for as owning multiple properties, your taxes and things like that can change. But as far as specific areas, you want to know what are the property taxes in that area, and so you can know what would you be obligated to as a part of your new home loan. Specific location. But we just said about, the wanting to know what neighborhood and things like that. But when it comes to specific location, it can be as far as where your home is located in the subdivision. Is it facing north, facing south? Is it in a cul-de-sac? Is it in a corner? Is it direct center? Who are my neighbors? Those type of things you want to know whenever you're purchasing a certain home. When you go to buy that home that's for sale, always observe what's across the street, who's next door. Is it children? Is it older people? Is it whomever? Is it someone that I think I might want to live by? Because you have to realize it's not you being funny. It's not you acting funny. It's you making sure that this mortgage that I'm going into, 15 year, 30 year, whatever the case may be, I want to be comfortable, and I want to make sure that the location, the specific location of my home fits my needs in every capacity, not just what amenities, but do I like my neighbors? Do I like the people across the street? Are they up all night when I'm trying to sleep? Do I have to go to work the next morning and they are making noise? Or are they, just different things really, really, really matters. And so you just want to make sure that your home is in the specific location that you want it to be in, without any kind of distractions or inconvenience to you. Even as far as like the your view from the outside of your windows. What do you see in the backyard? What do you see? All of that matters, how your home is located. Amen. And I did say amen because I'm a preacher. And so that was number 8, your specific location. And you have to look for all of this stuff when you're purchasing a home. It's so many different things that you have to know when purchasing a home. And so if you're in a need, or if you're interested in buying any type of real estate right now, you can give me a call at 225-461-7777. That's a home, that's land, that's spaces for investment, whatever, commercial buildings, office space, you can give us a call. You just have to make sure that all of these criteria is something that works for you and not just because you need something so quickly. So make sure that when you purchase, you're purchasing something that's going to be profitable for you, not just for a small moment, for long term as well. I am Sharon Aikens, broker owner, real estate marketplace, Model Mortgage Matters. We insure matters.